What's up YouTube, Lambdaman here, and welcome to Scrutinized. This is a new game. It's on the screen. It's funny. Laugh. Okay. Anyway, this is very similar to a game called Welcome to the Game. It's designed by the same person. So basically, what I know about this game is we're supposed to be, I guess, examining like police reports and submitting them for I don't even know what to call it. Basically, we're trying to like send the police people who actually did some form of crime. So yeah, let's get right into it. Hit like and subscribe. Here we go. I should probably put my headphones on. Oh, I should also mention, I will not be playing normal mode because it is permadeath. There is no possible way that I will ever beat this game with permadeath on over the course of 10 nights. I couldn't even beat Five Nights at Freddy's. Why is this music so dramatic? I'm just trying to talk to my audience! Okay. Alright. Here we go. First time I've ever seen the game. Press S to skip? I don't think I will.
When she was a kid, Luna aspired to be a superhero. Not the ones in skin-tight suits that could fly, but the ones that identified connections where others didn't. She wanted X-ray vision to observe criminals when they tried to hide from the law.
Okay.
And supersonic hearing to listen in on mischievous talks. Then a measure of heightened strength to restrain the guys bigger than her. This was all she craved when she was a child. As she became older, her ambitions took a more realistic approach, which seemed in direct opposition to the surreal tone the news took. The facts became the new dystopian fiction. The world grew louder each year, apparently more violent, or more visible than the year before. Her generation grew up looking to cull the increasingly violent trends that saw mass incarcerations, drug wars, and serial killers studying to gain notoriety. Luna took the analytical route in her quest for justice, feeling more at home processing case files, evidence, and connecting dots. Her cousin, a sister almost, enrolled in the academy and became an officer of the law. Even extended family, no matter how far away, seemed to gravitate towards law enforcement, almost as if it were in their blood. A murderer becomes a serial killer with just 2 more kills. A coworker informed her over scones and coffee one morning. This one had 3 total that day, but that number hit double digits soon enough, accumulating corpses of officers, criminal lawyers, and several field investigators to a growing pile.
And probably someone close to her, right?
The news on TV, becoming more unreal as the years ticked on by, ran the blue blood killer story 24/7. Luna knew about the local serial killer, more so than most thanks to all the overtime spent processing corroborative evidence for their many crimes.
Who is he gonna kill?
However, it still felt more like gossip and fabricated plot points. At least, until that phone call made something so artificial an actuality. The call came in the middle of the night, as unexpected as a bullet in the dark. Her cousin, the exemplar of a police officer, had been killed. It was just a tragically common traffic stop gone wrong, or armed robber with a weighted pistol. Maybe Luna could have mourned and pushed on, but it wasn't any run-of-the-mill incident that was so characteristic of headlines. No,
of course.
It wasn't that, because life had long turned into a phantasmagoric nightmare. Officer Sarah Youngman, revered by all that mattered, died at the hands of the blue blood killer. Who he was, or who they were, remained an enigma despite their murder spree eroding through states, counties, and homes. But more than the long list of confirmed victims and possible connections Luna herself had registered and slept away, this monster killed Sarah. Somehow, that turned the boogeyman into a living, breathing threat. No longer was this tyrant a thing she filed at the end of the day. It wasn't an obsession of the media. He was here, and if not in the literal sense, then definitely in her mind. This realization gnawed at her for months after the real mourning faded. Luna's acceptance stage barely registered before she fell swiftly to anger once again. And it never genuinely went away. Luna craved a name. She wanted to know who killed the sweetest woman in the world, despite so-called dirty cops walking free. Luna needed justice. What was it about her cousin that triggered this killer in the first place? Could it be that she stood for everything a cop should be? A perfect example of morality, protectiveness, mentality, and heart? Officer Youngman was everything demanded in the ones that protected them, and Luna wouldn't allow her memory to fade away as another statistic. Day in and day out, she spent the connection she'd built up through work and rowdy Christmas parties to see if there was something no one else saw. Cop friends that never steered her wrong came up empty-handed. Family members with careers linked closer to the real action knew little else than the papers.
So who is this killer?
Even the old-timers that knew things few else did, all but shrugged when she pressed them for clues. She needed leads first, but there were none. So, in a last-ditch effort, she resolved to chew her boss for leeway. Luna did all she could for any little morsel of information, regardless of the fallout. Being an investigations analyst for the district attorney's office had its perks, but it only teased her for all the good it did with building an idea of who this killer was. Her boss knew what she was after, but he followed the rules as strictly as Luna did. Being shut down by him just meant there was one less layer between a law-abiding citizen and vigilante justice. With each denied application for information outside her classification, Luna saw the justice system's holes appear and broaden. Sometimes the law hindered what mattered. Progress couldn't always continue behind red tape and protocol. Perhaps, in cases like these, rules were meant to be budged.
See the little neighborhood watch sign on the left?
Into databases and case folders. Maybe it wasn't so easy as to read reports on other victims, hoping a eureka moment hit her. If she were going to make any change, it had to start with her, with citizens willing to help. Yes, Luna respected the law, and she would uphold it as Sarah would have wanted, but she couldn't stand idly by any longer. One morning, she called in sick, made flyers, and pinned them around town. She started a neighborhood watch that day, and by the next day at work, Luna couldn't think of anything else. It started with one report, then two, then 3 and 4, and more. Before she realized what was happening, her small network of retired cops and nosy neighbors had become a full-on crime watch program that spanned beyond the neighborhood, the suburbs, and into town. At times, the number of reports felt too much for one person, but for the hundreds of thousands of people less prepared for human horrors as Sarah was, Luna felt that a couple of sleepless nights was the least she could do. Luna had to get her answers somehow.
Can I just say I love that man's voice? Don't like jump scares. Turn them off in the options menu. What? Who turns off jump scares? Wimps. Night 1. Okay, now I actually have to start playing.
I should get to my computer and get the night started.
Wow, okay, this is actually... Whoa, that is the tiniest dot on the screen. I think you can lock windows, can't you? Oh, you have a flashlight. I didn't know you had a flashlight. See? There we go. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, how do I sit down? Okay, that's how I sit down. Here we go. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, Bolo. Last night I heard something outside my house, so I promptly checked my security cameras to see what it was and saw a strange man creeping around. Unsure of what this person was doing, snooping around outside, I shined the camera light on them to get a better look at who it was. After clearly being caught, he ran off, but after checking the footage a couple times, his face seems familiar. It dawned on me that this was after the fact that he matched the description of the man the police were after for a murder. I recommend everyone shares this message to monitor your cameras. Okay, so monitor our cameras. Gotcha. What about this guy? As of today, we notified the agency about a potential suspect we believe is involved in a sex trafficking ring. Our suspicion comes from the disappearance of a number of female victims. Many of the reports compromise window locking mechanisms. Okay, make sure your windows are locked. Okay. Okay. I was up on my roof trying to find the leak from the storm. Backyard pool. She was hanging out in her bathing suit with a young guy. He looked at me like he was a college student. A little older. They were smoking something together, but I didn't get a good look at what it was been. I know young kids these days do these dabs in the glass pipes or whatever. Joey never pegged me for a low life. I don't think there's anything illegal about that. So I'm just gonna... I think I'm supposed to shred it, right? Oh, it's magic! Okay, that was wrong. Okay. Suspect unknown. Male, 5'6", age 20 to 30, weight 130 pounds, hair blue. I was coming down from the roof of my house after cleaning out the gutters when I saw a few houses down what looked like two people fighting with knives, while another man... How do I get out of here? We're just going to go through all of the keys on my keyboard and eventually we'll find it. Okay, that makes sense. So we need to DMV, I think? Age. He is 20 to 30. 20 to 30. Height 5'6" to... That's just 5'6", okay. So I guess 5'6". Weight 130. Whatever, 125 to 150. Gender, male. Hair, brown, blue, search. Oh. I don't know where I'm supposed to go, but I do know I don't like this. This is not what I'm supposed to do. Where's the power? Oh wait, the power's in the other closet, dang it. I'm gonna die. I am so gonna die. Okay, check the windows. Okay, we're all good. Everything's locked. Okay, check the cameras. Oh, dang it. Okay. I guess if the power goes out, that would make sense. The internet would go out as well. Is there no light in here? There we go. Okay. Check. Lights. Okay. All the lights are still on.
Being
Peekaboo. I can't wait to taste you.
Okay, let's try again. Not gonna lie, that's probably the closest I've ever been to a heart attack. I'm just gonna go over here. And we are just gonna do some reports. Actually, is this one locked? No, it's not. Okay. Okay, so we know what happens this time. We need to go to report desk, take the file out. Brody Stewart. Long time ago, when my wife was dating, Brody used to harass us all the time. Think all sorts of dirty tricks, pranks. Okay. Brody Stewart. Search. No police record. Okay, so that's good. DMV. Actually, wait, hold on. I don't think I have any way to prove he was there. So I'm just gonna close this, and we're just gonna shred it. I'll bet you he didn't do anything, right? He didn't do anything, right? Right, he didn't do anything. Okay, I did good. Next report. Bringing in some groceries, I saw Mrs. Ridley stuffing something into her trunk. I said hello from across the street, but she must not have heard me. It looked like she was pressed for time by speed. She was moving to and from her house. She brought out something that was wrapped in blankets, and it looked like a hand peeking out from the top of the bundle. Check the cameras. Okay. Okay, let's see, Margaret Ridley. No police record? Okay. Gender, female. Hair color, brown. Eye color, also brown. Search, who we got? Get up, get up, get up. There's someone in my house. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh.
Well, this is awkward. Don't worry, the pain will go away soon.
I'm gonna need some tips in the comments, because there's... Okay. Now that that's over with, I can actually hear myself think now. So I'm gonna end it here. This game is actually really freaking hard. So I'm gonna need some tips in the comments. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Bye.